Vaccines are harmful to health. The fastest vaccine production time until COVID-19 took 4 years. How did science produce a vaccine so quickly, and can we trust these vaccines? Various factors take place in determining the production time of a vaccine. In the case of COVID-19, we were lucky. We were able to sequence the RNA in 10 days thanks to our technology, which in previous cases would take a few months.
All the scientists around the world learned about the virus.
Also, we were experienced with coronaviruses from SARS and MERS. That means that we obtained lab experiments on coronaviruses before COVID-19. The funding spent on vaccine production depends on the urgency of the vaccine.
This process is very costly, and you have to have resources to do it. So since we are in the middle of a pandemic, the countries, the taxpayers' money, and the entrepreneurs, so they invested lots of money into this process.
Vaccine technology improved very, very fast in the last 10 years.
mRNA vaccines, for example, consist of RNA and lipid coat that covers it.
We were using this technology for other viruses or for against cancer, for example, and they only make some small designs to adapt this technology to the virus, for example.
The vaccines do not change our genetics or give severe harm either.
It was always told about the mRNA vaccines, they can change your DNA. Now that's not true, because to change the DNA, mRNA should be converted into DNA with an enzyme which is not present in the human genome, and then it has to integrate, which has happened in the long millions of billions years of history on the world, but that's called horizontal gene transfer, but that seems to be very unlikely for these viruses. The other type of vaccines, protein vaccines or inactive viruses or adenoviruses, are also not possible because adenoviruses are not integrating viruses. So they basically don't integrate into the DNA anyway. And these viruses are changed in their genome so that they can't even replicate. So theoretically, we don't see any reason why DNA would be altered.
A vaccine is developed by many scientists and goes through multiple phases. Experts believe that getting a COVID-19 vaccine makes it substantially less likely you'll get a COVID-19, or help keep you from getting seriously ill even if you get infected. Even though vaccines have basic side effects, they are mostly mild, unarguably temporary, and harmless, except for people with complications with age or health conditions. Getting vaccinated is also an act of altruism, because it may also protect people around you, particularly people at risk who cannot vaccinate. In order for the vaccines to accomplish their aim, we need to achieve herd immunity. This means that 60 to 70% of the population needs to be vaccinated. So we can say that vaccines are our most appropriate way out of the ongoing pandemic.